Friday morning, and that means we have Jeff Dawson with us here. Let's start the weekend off on a good note, guys. And we've got a lot to cover this weekend. We'll probably look at 3, maybe 4 sports in a very short time on this show. Guys, of course, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, wherever you can find me, at McInnis Picks is the handle for Jeff, at EC Sports Invest, East Coast sportsinvestors.com. Jeff, obviously NFLX, MLB, CFL. We can't forget about the CFL. A lot going on this weekend. How are you?
I'm doing well. Yeah, we had a great week last week, weekend CFL, and we, when you win on a team, and we were fortunate last week on Thursday. I think I was in the Las Vegas airport waiting to come back home. We had the Winnipeg Jets team total over 27.5, and they got the walk-off field goal 30-27. So, what the hell? We went back to it again, and there's something about this team last night. They get to 16 at half, and they just play grab ass for a quarter, and they're like a tea bag. They don't get work until they're in hot water, and it's like they would just, we're all set, and of course, get stuck on 26. So, as you said, last week of NFLX, week 0 in college football, MLB, Yankees, Red Sox, Sox take game 1, so a lot to talk about, sir.
Yeah, how could I forget college football? I can't wait to watch that as well. So much going on. You're right, Winnipeg. It's tough. I'm not gonna rant today. We're gonna keep things positive. But I did mention on the show on your channel Tuesday, if you like Winnipeg, you bet them. Then if you liked Montreal, well, you're gonna get a better number. It turns out whatever number you wanted on Winnipeg was a winning number. However, it has been a really good thing doing the shows with you on Tuesday and my co-host Bobby on Tuesdays, talking CFL, trying to predict and read the markets. I loved that 27.5 team total. I jumped on it with you as you're the team total master, so I hopped on that one. I think it should have got there. Some boneheaded coaching mistakes, some wide receivers get injured. But one thing that you texted me, which I think was really true, was they didn't need to score anymore. And that's the problem, is that that would have been one of the rare games, Jeff, where, and you said this as well through text, we go the other side under instead of the favorite with the over. One thing that I jumped on, though, and I've told you before, and knock on wood here, we keep the streak alive. The money line parlays have done real well for me in the CFL. Some might say, well, not always a profitable strategy putting in parlays. I get that. But when I pick my spots, I'm not doing them every week. We got 1 down, 1 to go. Winnipeg money line, BC money line. We'll see where we can get here with the BC Lions. We got the jersey on here. This is Justin McInnis. I got this jersey from Rob Braley, but not a lot of people spell McGinnis the same way I spell it. So I had to get the jersey because of him. There's so much to talk about, Jeff, and I'm excited because as much as it's cool to dive deep into one sport, it's kind of nice in a short show to look at all kinds of different stuff. So I'm going to start with one thing, and it's the talk of the town on national, local, radio, TV, journalism, print, whatever it is in Canada right now. And that is, there's more than one Bieber people are excited about in Canada, and that is Shane Bieber. What can you tell us about him and his return? Anything that you think going into this game? And what about the matchup he gets? Do you think it's kind of a good thing that he's not going into, let's say, a Yankees or a Red Sox type matchup? He's going into a little bit more of a different environment against probably a lesser opponent. What do you think?
Shane Bieber will be the reason why you're playing in the AL Championship, or the reason why you didn't get out of the second round. And if I saw the brackets correctly, I think you got the easier path compared to the down below. But obviously subject to change with 5 weeks to go. He's not going to Paul Skeens or Tyreek Skubal 98-99. He's not going to do that. He's more now a finesse pitcher. I did a show weeks and weeks and months ago, and we used the MLB average fastball now is at like 93.4 or something, 93.6. And so if you're not hitting 98, 99, or 100, you need not apply. So back when I was growing up and had hair, Andrew, a soft tosser was a phrase that we threw around that threw 88, 89, 90. Well, me and Scotty Webb called this pitcher that was at league average at 93 a soft tosser, and we got bombarded or whatever. So my point here in this long-winded sermon is he is now a smarter pitcher. He is a Glavin, a Smoltz. They're Picassos. They paint the corners. They move inside and out. They're not going to blow you away or anything. So control, get that arm strong, lengthen, get you 4, get you 5, get you 6 in the playoffs. If I was a Jays fan, I'd be excited. Now, this Marlins team has actually been scoring some runs, so we'll know early, but it's a great spot. Get him out of Toronto. He's playing the Marlins. Let's hope and pray. Let's get it. Can you get us once through the lineup, and then we'll talk to you in the fourth.
Any thoughts just on the number here that we're seeing, or any of the odds or the bets kind of looking at this here? I'm seeing like 170-ish ballpark, and if we go to the Wager Talk odds page or we go to Odds Logic, when we look at kind of the opening number at 160 and then kind of moving around 165 to 170, that's the biggest number here. Are people liking the Jays today? Does anybody want to go against them?
Well, I'll go right to the source in the Bible, and overnight minus 160 at the Circa as we speak. Still at 160. So people are unsure. Again, is Bieber on a pitch count? Is he going to get it? Are we just going to go see him pitch 45 to 60 pitches? How far is he going to go? If I remember correctly, you're on a day off, so the bullpen should be fine. If you like the Jays today, I said if, how would I cut this one? I just go right to the run line. Minus a run and a half right now is minus 110. You can shop around minus 103, 105 there. So I would look for the Jays minus a run and a half at minus 105, 110. And their team total right now is a flat 4.5 with an 8, 8.5. So if you think they're going to get to 5, minus 110 or plus 100 depends on when you shop to get to 5.
All right. Can't wait for that. It's cool when you get a couple of days just getting excitement building regarding a game or regarding a certain pitcher starting. People have known about it for a couple of days, and they get that day off yesterday coming into this game today here. So, all right, really quick, Jeff, we don't need to get a bunch of picks out of you. I know you got some premium plays, of course, but week 0, and I love watching college football. I've been educating myself on these teams. I've been reading, taking advantage of some of the great magazines and newsletters I get from Wager Talk about some of the great handicappers out there. I'm going to go into the kind of the prop world. I'll say one guy I'm looking at betting is actually Dylan Edwards from K-State over on his rushing yards. Call me chalky here, but based on everything that I'm seeing, and I'm not going to be your typical guy talking about the Dublin weather. Look, I've been to Ireland in November. I know it's rainy. I know it's windy. It still is August. Not going to be that crazy over there in August. But based on the offensive line and the battle of the trenches, my work tells me that K-State does kind of have the edge in that aspect of the game. So I might be looking at Edwards as far as his rushing yards. Do lean towards the K-State side. But anything you want to throw out for us for week 0?
6:30 p.m. Kansas Kansas against Fresno State, a 14.5 now down to 13. I've heard through the grapevine that there is some money flying in on Fresno State in a couple spots there. I was looking at some team totals there. I do think you could play either side here and feel comfortable. Kansas team total over 31.5. You can get it even money. And here's a sneaky one. Fresno State team total over 17.5. You can get it plus 105. And there's no numbers out yet. You'll have to go shopping around. But if I go here, UNLV's hosting Idaho State, and they're favored by 27 and a hook. I like actually their team total. Now, I assume that you're probably looking at around 40 ish, 38, 39. I'm still waiting to see a couple spots there. That was the other spot that I had in week zero, Andrew.
I love it. And it's not you don't really realize it's college football season until you see a spread of 26 and a half. And then okay, college sports are back here. You think about like March Madness like opening weekend when there's like 30-point favorites or even just some random Saturday afternoons and you're checking. I mean, look, we don't want to get into this conversation, Jeff, but you got to think some of these lesser teams, they know what the spread is. Like, if I'm in the locker room with the boys, like, hey, if we're not going to win today, we better cover this point spread here. As much as they're not really supposed to be talking like that, I kind of understand it. All right, I do want to get some CFL picks out of you. The frustration I've been dealing with over the past few weeks, which I think is a good one to be dealing with, is I feel like I'm, people, that saying, Jeff, like study long, study wrong. And I feel like I've had a lot of right reads. Like yesterday, I just wasn't a fan of that Giants spread, and I tried to find a way to dip in. And I was like, I think they're going to control most of the game. I don't think we're going to get much scoring from the Pats. So I'll take the under. Well, it's hard when one team goes over the total completely on their own. So that's a little bit tough. But the Giants have looked good in the preseason. It's been very simple to look at it. I've actually kind of compared it, which makes the CFL look bad. Betting NFL preseason has been a bit like betting the CFL. Like if you get the information early and you get in at a good time, then you have a winning bet. Now tonight, you've got a handful of games where you've got starters that will be in the lineup for the first couple drives. Who knows how long they'll stick in. As far as tonight, Friday night, Saturday goes, no pressure if you haven't dove in yet or gotten in yet, but anything stand out in NFL X. There have been a couple market movers.
Again, what information you're getting, what is real, what is not real, any big movers. I'm looking here right now, nothing jumping out at me. The big move last night was the Giants. Obviously, they got steamed to 6.5, 7 again. Jackson Dart has looked phenomenal here. I'm just trying to see. I'll go with one right here. Saturday, 7 o'clock. Jacksonville opened up at 2.5 against Miami. Miami now -6, 6.5. So take a look at Miami first half and Miami full game there. That was the biggest move. The same exact move as I saw in the Patriots and the Giants. And the other one, Rams at Cleveland. Cleveland opened at 2.5, now 8.5. So take a look at the Browns first half and the Browns full game there. So there's a couple there that
have you been noticing that moves a lot with these first halves? Like maybe if people have been talking about fading the steam, but I feel like the fading the steam might work in the second half. But I've noticed these teams that we're betting on, the market movers, it's the first half. Like, would you recommend people, even though they missed probably the good first half number, jumping in on that Browns first half?
Yeah, again, what I would say is if you're going to bet a unit on it, if you want to split it up and go 50-50, 50 first half, 50 full game, you'll know a lot in the first half. When you see those big moves, a lot of times people are thinking second half because, hey, we might get the second and third string quarterbacks fighting for a job, so it's going to be a lot more competitive versus, Andrew McInnis or Jeff Dawson in the fourth quarter mopping up. So, and the same where the starting quarterback could be playing the whole first half. So that's why I like in these big movers to play first half and full game. So you can go 50-50, 60-40, however you feel.
Well, the Eagles have talked a lot about, they want to play with passion. They want to play with grit, play with aggression and things and, keep that championship mentality. But this is why I'm not a big fully quotes guy, because sometimes the quotes don't match what you're seeing on the field. And that's what I've seen a little bit from the Philadelphia Eagles. Strong quotes from the coaching staff, not as much being represented on the field. So I'll be looking potentially towards the New York Jets first half. Always a tough one. Probably won't want to watch that one. uh, if you're betting on the New York Jets against the Eagles, whether it's preseason or regular season. All right, Jeff, you've got so much going on, and you do such a good job of managing people's portfolios with so many different sports, never forcing a play, not scared to take a day off. I am looking forward to seeing your CFL plays come in with that great email and the newsletter you send every day. What's going on with you guys, ECSI? And after you let us know, maybe just give us one freebie in the CFL this weekend.
Well, again, go to eastcoastsportsinvestors.com. Plans and pricing, top right corner. And ECSI, $3 a day. Our ECSI VIP experience, your own gym membership. All our plays sent to you via text and email, which you get every day, for just $3 a day. If you sign up today, you can look at the retail price for $375. And if you do the basic math, if you sign up today, this weekend and weekend only, we'll give you the rest of 2025, which is September, October, November, and December. And if the first three that sign up today, we'll throw in the Super Bowl as well. So you're getting an extra 6 weeks. That's $375 for the rest of 2025 and the Super Bowl there. We have a ECSI, the gold sheet. We're bringing back the gold sheet, which is a lot of work, but we'll talk more about that next week. As for CFL, the free pick, the Calgary Stampede. I listen, Saskatchewan has been an absolute cash cow for us. Absolutely think Calgary wins this game. Calgary full game at a pick 'em right now. And I will leave with an MLB team total today. Philadelphia Phillies over 5.5 plus 120.
Ooh, plus 122. Gotta love that. Get to 6 plus 120. Great way to start the weekend off. Jeff, always love these Fridays with you. Look forward to doing more shows. And if I'm having the excitement for college football week 0, that excitement's going to be next level for the NHL preseason and the NHL regular season. So I cannot wait for that. Really quick, guys, as far as my specials right now, you buy September, you get August for free. The faster you buy that, the more days you get for free. It's quite simple. NFL, NFL regular season, the CFL, NHL preseason, MLB, and who knows, might be dabbling a little bit into the college football betting markets as well. Thank you to Jeff for joining me. As always a good time. All of you guys out there watching, do us a favor. Follow Jeff at EC Sports Invest. Send him a message. Tell him that I sent you. Make sure you're always tapping in every week with us on a Friday morning. Cheers, guys. All the best.